Dear students, today we will be starting the new lesson that is classification. Five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification. So, what is classification first? The first thing is what is classification? Right. Can you tell me what is classification? Do you have any idea? I think you are familiar with the word class, right? Class. Before going ahead, let me write the name of the lesson 5 kingdom. Lesson number is 2 5 kingdom classification. 5 kingdom classification. Though you may not be familiar with this word classification, but you are familiar with the word class, right? So class. What is class? A group. A group. Class is a group with the members having common characteristic feature, right? So class is a group with the members. So class is a group. You are students of class 7. Class 7 is group of students reading in class 7. Right? All of you have one common feature, and that common feature is that all of you have passed class 7. Sorry, class 6. Right? None of you have passed class 7, that is another feature. Clear? So, this way, when a group is made with its members having some common features, such group is called a class. So, all groups may not be a class, but all classes are a kind of group. Remember, if there is a group, crowd of people on the street, that may not be class, right? But if in a locality, say, employees of say electricity department live together. So what is the commonness? The all the people, all the family that live, they are the employees of say electricity department. So that is a class. So we'll say class of electricity department employees. Do you follow what is class? So class is such a group where the members of that group have some common feature. Clear? And the process or activity of making classes is called classification. Classification. You see, school has done the classification. School has classified the all the students into different classes. There are so many students in the school, and all of them are classified into different classes. UKG, LKG, baby class, then class 1, 2, 1A, B, C, D, E sections. This way, the students, both the students of our school, they are classified into different classes. So, this process of activity of making classes is known as classification. So, what is this 5? About this word 5 you are familiar. Is a quantity that indicates repetition of something 5 times. So, So 5 mangoes, 5 bananas, 5 apples, 5 books, 5 benches, 5 bags, 5 fingers. This way 5 is the indicator of amount, right? It can be used as noun as well as it can be used as adjective also, right? Name 5 mangoes, right? How many mangoes? 5 mangoes. So this can be used as adjective also, quantitative adjective that will qualify the amount of a noun. Clear? Next word is kingdom. Kingdom is the word you may have read in your history or yes. You may have read about the kingdoms of different great kings, and by this you understand that there is a huge population that is ruled by a particular king. Right? All are the subjects of that kingdom. All are the part of that kingdom. So kingdom again is kingdom again is a huge group. Huge group. Huge group with common properties. With common properties. When I say common, common means that is basically all the members of that particular group. If you group with common characteristic properties, right? A huge group with common characteristic properties, right? Is called kingdom. What does this kingdom has to do with biology? Biology is the study of living beings. So what this kingdom has to do with this biology. Yes, kingdom has to do with biology. Because this biology, when we study, we have to study about the life forms, include that life forms include all the flora and fauna, the plants and animals existing on this earth, and there is a huge variety of these life forms, the plants and animals. And the intention of biology is to study about these plants and animals. It will be very difficult to study one by one, and a man's or a scholar's life will be exhausted, completed, or finished. Simply studying few only of the existence of this earth, that is the life forms. So what happens? For instance, I will give you one example. I have asked one of you to visit the school in a room and find, if you visit suppose class 17 or this is class 7. You have entered in this class and I asked, there are as many as 59 students, on what duty I have assigned you. You visit, you get the information that in this classroom number say 7, room number 7, these 59 students live in which class? So if you go to this class, roll number 1, 2, 3, and up to 59, you will visit one. Suppose you take half minutes time, okay, collecting data from one, right? Then you have gone to 2, again you have used half minutes. Then again you have went to 3, and you use again half minute. And this way, when you reach this 59th student, again at the last also, you will need half minute to complete the information. And that information is, that study is to know in which class all these 59 students live. Right. So this way to collect information about all these 59 students, you have spent, just divide by 2, 4 is 8, right? No. 2 2s are 4, 1 9, 2 9s are 18, 1 5. Nearly 30 minutes you will spend. Nearly 30 minutes you will spend in collecting the information or studying about these 59 students, right? But you will save this 30 minutes if in front of the class there is a level and that shows 7th, say A. And if anybody has asked you, in this 7th A room, some 59 students are there, and you tell me, all these 59 students live in which class? Within no time, you will say they live in class 7A. Do you follow? How? Because we have earlier told that those who read in class 7A, they will sit in this class. And thus, instead of 30 minutes, you just use half minute and you have given information about 59 students, which is because of classification. Do you follow? Do you follow what is classification? Classification is the method of grouping is the activity of making classes. So the students of our school, those who read in class 7, they are grouped as this, and it will take only half minute instead of nearly 30 minutes to study about this 15 animals. Similarly, if I say, if you see an animal on this earth whose body is covered with feathers, then you can simply say that is bird, right? Bird. You know some birds? Pigeon, sparrow, crow, cuckoo, myna, bulbul. So many. This peacock are national bird. These birds we have classified in biology as the animals whose body is covered with feathers, right? Not only body is covered with feathers, but say their mouth is extended into beak is another feature. They may have the wings to fly, that is another feature. They don't have the hands. These hands have changed into wings to fly. Clear? So this way, selecting certain common features, we have grouped all the animals and plants of this earth into different classes. In the beginning, in your previous classes, you have read that living things are plants and animals. Right? This is two grouping. Grouping of or classifying all the living beings just into two groups, two kingdoms. Instead of groups, we say kingdom. Kingdom is a huge group, right? So, and in your previous classes, you have read distinguishing the plants and animals. Plants cannot move, you say, but animals can go from one place to another place, right? Plants don't have the mouth, but animals have the mouth. So, this way, with certain common features, we have classified all the living beings into two, plants and animals. Right? And we have started our study of biology, and in a short while, we could complete a huge number of living beings and their studies. Right? So, the question comes, though I have told you up till now, why classification? The first thing that this is one of the important questions here as regards your examination. Why classification? Why classification in biology? In biology. Why classification in biology? Or you can say, what is the need? What is the need of classification in biology. What is the requirement? Why? What for we need this classification? That is one of the important questions. So your answer you can write. Answer you can write. The first thing as I have told you, to study the large number, a huge number of different life forms, we can say time. As I gave you the example, one example. So it saves time. It saves time. It saves time during study process. It saves time during study. What is to do with the time? Yes, it saves time. If it saves time, we can use one life span to study a huge number, a large number of life forms. So it saves time during study, thus enables us to study a large number of living beings. Clear? This will enable us to study a huge number of living beings, a large number of living beings that live on earth. Right? Means we can increase our knowledge with the help of this classification in short while. What is the second thing? Once we are picking, shorting 16 characters in the group members, so with this we can get the information. If I say find all these 59 students of class 7, use which biology book? Then you can visit one of them and ask, hey, which biology book do you use? Then your friend will, if the one whom you are asking will say, I use this biology book. If will say this biology book, then okay, all the 59 students of this class, they use this particular biology book. Right? Another information. So here what happens? Studying one of the group. If you study one member of the group, study one of the group enables to get information about all the beings, all the members in that group. Do you follow? So, if you study just one member of that group, you'll able to know about all the members of that group they study. Clear? Then the third thing is we can know the relationship between the members of the group. We can know the relationship between the members of that group and with another group and with another and other group. We can understand it is easy, right? We can understand the relationship between the different members of the group, right? Then another important thing that is there, we can know the method of naming them. We can know the method of naming them. How they are named, how they are named, right? How they are named? That is called nomenclature. How they are named, right? Say Porifera. If I say Porifera, this word may appear you to be very unfamiliar word. You may not have ever heard this word. That is Porifera. But this name is given based on certain techniques that we use in biology. Pore is very small hole. The meaning of the word Pore is a very small hole, minute hole. Right? The plural of pore is pori. Pori, pori means so many minute holes. And fera means surface all over. So an animal with minute holes all over the body is called or will be grouped as into the group of porifera. Is that clear? So, with the help of this classification system, we can easily know the naming of these life forms. The fifth important thing is we can trace the origin and evolution. We can trace the origin and evolution of a particular living being, right? So we can easily trace this particular animal or plant has come on earth at what time, how it came, all this, from where it started. Right. When you read further in this classification, you will be knowing, you will come to know that the frogs they have evolved from fishes. The fishes, these living beings, they modified their body, they adapted themselves, and they started coming on earth. But still, they could not leave their future of laying their eggs in water bodies, right? They amphibians or frog type life forms, they must need water body to lay their eggs. Clear? So with this classification we can trace the origin and evolution of life forms. Clear? This is another importance of or necessity or benefit of classification. Right. Then one more thing is that it will determine that in the story of evolution on this path, where is the position of a particular living being. So these 6 features, 5 I have written, there is no place, so I'm not writing. So all of you will remember these benefits. In the next video, I'll be talking about the classification system that we use in our biology. Okay, by then, take care. Good day.